Superman, released in 2025, can be seen on HBO Max. This Superman and Clark Kent live in a multicultural universe.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
A lot of fire,
it's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me.
Around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
This is a modern-day superhero depicted in a modern-day movie. Superman is a director and producer's movie that depends a great deal on the lead actor chosen to keep viewers interested and excited about what they see. Director James Gunn and casting director John Papsidera, along with executive producer Pete Chiappetta, obviously decided that none of the Hollywood norms that many of us grew up with would apply as far as the crew was concerned. Yes, the villain, with no superpower except for an overwhelming intellect and a desire to rule the world, was kept bald-headed. And the choice of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor was a good one, although rather underplayed by the actor. And then it came to Lois Lane, as played by Rachel Brosnahan, whose character, as written by director Gunn, is almost insignificant in this flick. With the exception of the standard closing kiss and the hugs and different points in the flick, you never know how important she was to our hero in decades past. And then there is the choice of Wendell Pierce as the editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet, where Clark Kent is employed. Again, for those of us who grew up with the black and white versions and the comic book origin created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, this particular casting decision has to come off as a bit of blasphemy, especially in the current anti-DEI climate. Well, we begin this tale with Super getting his butt kicked by a seemingly intergalactic character who is actually the creation of Luthor and his super technology whiz kids gang. The Fortress of Solitude is no secret hideout for Super here. In fact, our villain found a way to hack the message sent to Baby Clark to make it seem as if they desired for Baby Clark, whose real name is Jor-El, to take over the planet and rule it. This gets Superman arrested. Yes, arrested and sent to Kryptonite hell, where he becomes solely dependent on friendships he has made over the years to free him and make things right. Suspension of belief is not important here, but the believability of the actors and especially the lead actor is crucial. David Corenswet did not have that pop to keep this flick rolling for more than the month it debuted on the big screen. And while the supporting cast and crew were well costumed for their roles, the decision to get this into streaming so that more people might tune in was the right one. This was not worth the $15+ it would cost you to leave home. The best place for it is on streaming, and quite frankly, it has already begun to be forgotten there. I won't watch it again. Superman, released in 2025, can be seen on HBO Max. 7 of 10 stars. War of the Worlds, released in 2025, can be seen on Prime Video. Forget what you thought you knew of the flick with the same name.
See, you took the Sunday graveyard shift again. Dad, when's the last time you left the office?
That's classified.
The surveillance industrial complex is collecting massive amounts of data with the Goliath program. Our most precious resource on Earth is data. And data is food for the superior intelligence
Dad, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Can you tell yet what they're comprised of?
No, sir. I've never seen anything like this.
Eyewitness video is coming in from all over the world. Terrifying machines rising out of these meteors.
Get away from that! Get out of there! Dad! I'm coming for you now!
From the outset, it was evident that Ice Cube would dominate this flick, but it is the superior editing of Charles Anseli and Jake York that make this must-see TV for everyone. War is not so much a war of intergalactic proportions as much as it is a war of super technology gone mad. Cinematographer Christopher Prost, at the direction of Rich Lee, kept Ice's face in ours for the entire 90 minutes. This father of two who thought he had it all together in his work for the CIA, FBI, and all the other intelligence services our nation employs, finds his super safe computer network being hacked by someone or something that even he had not noticed before. And guess what? He becomes dependent on his son and daughter, along with a young do-boy, to get him out of cyber purgatory and help him, you guessed it, save the world. The action is non-stop here. The script by Kenny Gold and Mark Hyman does not burden us with meaningless technological jargon, but instead keeps us wondering exactly how our hero and his crew are going to save the world, because neither the Pentagon, the White House bigwigs, or any of the worldwide intelligentsia have a clue. It's malware, stupid! Exactly whose it is less important than the fact that a 16-year-old had been working on a fix for this when his father hoped to keep him in school, earn good grades, and make something of himself. Well, the 16-year-old has to log in. Co-stars Eva Longoria, young Henry Hunter Hall, familiar faces Clark Gregg and Michael O'Neill add a great deal of credibility to the casting done by Amy Renee. The basics of the H.G. Wells novel is still here, but the 2025 view of life brings this and the characters up to date. And again, with Ice Cube at the helm, this is must-see TV. And it deserves more than a mention in next year's award season. And did I mention that the technology doesn't get in the way of the human element? That, after all is said and done, is one of the things that makes this flick worth seeing a second or even a third time. War of the Worlds, released in 2025, can be seen on Prime Video. 10 of 10 stars.